What I'm about to do, I'm sure nobody expected, but that's what I do.
Welcome to 2012, Part 4. The 13 Kings. Basic explanation. I'm not going to get specifics. But everyone should know this prophecy. It's based off of Buddhism, a little bit of old school magic, and lineages, so let's try to get along here for this one. It is said that there's 13 kings that are always on Earth or not on Earth. Reincarnations of certain kings like Richard the Lionheart, the Black Prince, Alexander the Great, great moguls like Genghis Khan. But there's also 13 queens like Renee Dupont-Pichot, the uncrowned Queen of France, Catherine the Great, Russia, Minusho of Japan, Empress Mei of China. But the prophecy is, this one's a little more finite than most that I've come across. So this has the most specificity and it has the most accuracy. The rebirth of magic in the bringing around of universal Buddhism. There's only one way this is going to happen. They explain the same way as the Bible does about the one of the few last battles on the great plains of the United States. Of course, it's not the United States; it's an unknown world in there. Nostradamus even said that there might be a third faction playing into all this, waiting for the Antichrist to come out, waiting for people just to sit there and get slaughtered. Enough of that, it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. The 13 Kings prophecies dealing with the reincarnated kings and queens of old. These are the greats. These are the best that the world's ever seen. Each king and queen has a specific destiny to fulfill in this prophecy. Most of the kings and queens have copies, physical and mental copies of them. Most of these get exterminated. Then you go to the kings. Certain kings have certain abilities, certain weapons, certain everything. But most of them will die to fulfill this prophecy. Certain queens will too. The funny thing is, the 9th queen is not 100% human. She is 50-50. Elf and human. Magnificent beauty, pipes. She can sing you into pacifism. Or she can just slay you with her pole arm. Either way, she's one of the nicest people around. People have speculated on who the 9th queen is in the round tables. The 9th queen has been said that she's British, or she's this, or she's that. Well, I'm going to put it to rest. She's an American. The 9th queen is American. The only reason for this is that the elves, the last elves anyway, were in the forests of North America before they rifted to the next realm. This is through research. The kings, I'm not going to tell you where they are, so you can go look for them yourself. The 13 kings have specific jobs to do. Then you got the dragons that are supposed to come out of the earth and repopulate the planet with magic. However, there's magical creatures. Angels come to the battlefield. Everything goes into a hornet's nest. Each king and queen is supposed to have an army of between 35,000 to 70,000. That's 26 people that have an army of a standardized division. That's pretty good. One of the things is called flat black rock. There's a reason it's called this. It is not the last battle. It is the battle between the Judeo-Christians and the Antichrist. Well, they fight for 13 days. Ha ha. Ridiculous coincidence? I think not. Well, they're supposed to be fighting for 3 days before the 13 show up. When the 13 show up, the Antichrist and the reborn Jesus Christ get a wake-up call. It's called, "You want this planet? You better pay for it in blood." It goes back and forth for 10 more days. The third faction wipes out the army in North America that are worshiping Jesus Christ on earth. The Antichrist flees from North America. This puts it into another context. And how's this going to work? Then it goes into the reconstruction of North America. People that were Judeo-Christians and don't want to fight, they don't kill them. They leave them sit there. They just have one small request. Don't practice in open public. We wish we could do that now, could we, folks? Yeah, I thought so. The 13 kings, the dragons play a specific role in this theory. They are the original teachers of mankind to learn how to fight, how to experience emotions, how to think, how to advance. Sooner or later, North America is rebuilt. South America is gone with the Antichrist's forces. And then it goes to Europe, where France makes a call. France is devastated beyond all belief in this theory. The Eiffel Tower is basically hanging down. It's an arch now. It's the Eiffel Arch. Rome the Vatican gets virtually destroyed. All life in the Vatican's gone due to one person. This is even a king. This is one of the lieutenants of the guard that does this. And after he retreats, Rome gets blown to oblivion. I know if you're a Christian, Jew, whatnot, you're going to yell at me for that one. But that's what it says. Then it comes down to the final battle. And we all know where this is going to take place. This is the last gasp for the Antichrist, the followers of the new Jesus Christ, and this old new faction. Well, the new faction comes down and kicks their ass for the 5th time in the battlefield. The first battle is here in North America. The 5th battle is at the Valley of Armageddon. They win. Peace on earth for at least another 3,000 years. However, the 13 kings and 13 queens, 22 of them are dead. They pay the price. Only 4 survive. Then it goes on and on and on. Stay tuned. The next one will be the 13 Kings, Part 2. And then finally we get to the Bible's version of Armageddon.